It's time to take charge with Freebird Hunter. The idea behind this is we are going to be using the new Discover package as ways to get additional copies of Mysterious Egg, which then will allow us to scale up our Freebirds higher than possible before. And we can even reset this combo between Mysterious Egg and Freebird with a discounted King Plush off the Mysterious Egg, thus allowing you to easily turn your Yelling Yodelers back online. While we also do have the backup plan of Hollow Hound to OTK our opponent in case the Freebirds can't do it. Now, for the Mulligan guide of the deck, the most important card to look for is going to be X-Arc. This will allow you to search through your deck really quickly, and because of this, you're going to be looking for any of the other Discover package, such as Scout, to keep in your starting hand too. If you see this in combination with tracking or bird watching, you're in a really great position. And finally, the last card you might be looking for is Bestial Madness or Titan Forge Traps, depending on what the matchup is. Now, with all being said, let's look at some games. Okay, time for a game against Rogue. Let's see what they have in store for us. You know, it is early Legend, so they could be just playing something really, really goofy, or it could be something else. I'm assuming that the assumption would be like either Cycle Rogue or Starship Rogue. There's actually quite a few good options for Rogue if you're a fan of Rogue right now. Also, seeing X-Arc this close or this quick into the game is so nice. Like, we don't necessarily need her to win, but it is definitely nice. Okay, Gear Shift. Okay, I think it's Cycle Rogue. There's like an 80% chance that it's just Cycle Rogue. Okay, let's just throw that down. Oh, well, maybe it isn't Cycle. Actually, are they running Mixologist? Mixologist is one of those interesting cards. Actually, speaking of Rogue and interesting interactions that we might be testing out in the nearby future. If you all have seen the new card Bob, that depending on when this video actually goes up, it'll either be releasing tomorrow in a event that Blizzard is going to be having for the last event of the year, or it'll be a week from, well, it'll be next Tuesday. I don't know. We'll see. I have ideas for a mage list that I might put out before this, meaning this video has been delayed not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times now. So anyways, Rogue I think is probably going to be the deck that, or class that can use Bob the most. I think there's some other funny options that you could maybe do, maybe like a priest list or a druid list, just because of the fact that you could get multiple copies in both of those classes really easily to get like full advantage of his battle cries. But I don't know, I will come up with something fun, and we will be doing that sometime next week or this week, depending on when all this goes out. All right, let's yell a little bit here. Actually, do we want to yell? Because we're going to have hand space problems. I guess. Do I want to do Hollow? There's a high chance of Hollow Hound. We could also do Yelling Yodeler. I think Hollow Hound is just going to be better in the long run. Alright, let's summon these ads first, and then we do this. Alright, so we're no longer burning a card, which is why we're doing it in that order. Like, Yelling Yodeler wouldn't have been bad, but at the same time, we'd have to risk it for the biscuit of getting Freebird. I guess we have a decent... No, we don't. We haven't drawn it into any of the beasts yet. Of course they got... okay. Okay, so that's interesting. I don't know if that's what I would have done there. Okay, can we get a Freebird here? Please, just one Freebird. Come on. Oh, well, one Freebird? Hey! Let's set Soar for our Freebird. Oh, no. Don't get always bigger. We only have 3 spells. They're going to choose it. Oh, we're going to lose one of our win conditions. Please don't have a bounce back. Why? Why do you... Of course they had the bounce back. Of course. Absolutely, of course. Well, there goes that win condition. Okay. I kind of want to go with Scout. Let's buff everything up. Okay. I don't want to get additional copies of whatever secrets we're going to get here. Bait and switch isn't bad. And Ice Trap is interesting. Okay. I am so curious of what they're actually playing. Perfect. Actually, I guess that doesn't really matter too much. I'm trying to think of, like, what spell I would have preferred them to... Oh. Okay, there's Mixologist Special. I don't think that is the card that I would have chose off of that, but whatever. Always bigger, getting it out of their hand. Why not? I'm curious of why. I mean, it doesn't give the minion rush. Maybe they thought it gave it rush because it's always attached to a rush minion. Oh, Scout ×2, which is funny. Can we get something good off of this? I will take 3 Freebirds for the price of 1. Why not? We can get another one too, but I don't feel like doing it right now. Slam this down. Discount our Freebird a little bit more. Okay, come on. Oh, I mean, it's probably... Oh. You know, Grifta is one of those interesting cards. The mage list that I have planned, I originally was running Grifta in it for like a discount to maybe cheese something with Blood Watcher. And then I was like, maybe we don't do that. I'm sure. Get rid of our minion, buff up our other minion. Why not? Okay, I think we just have game, right? Yeah, we can just freebird our way to victory. You could say we're free falling to win. Okay, time for a game against Warrior. Let's see what they have in store for us. This might be a tougher matchup, but it depends on like how quickly they can gain armor. It also depends on like what type of warrior this is. If it's Odin, that's going to be a little bit more difficult. If it's Taunt, then we might still have a chance. I know there's some like infinite loop decks floating around right now too. This might be a little bit of a hint of maybe what's going to be the next video, depending on how it is. I really, really, really want to do the infinite loop in Druid, and I've tested a little bit of it. Not too much. That will probably be the next video. Probably the least competitive that we're going to have in a while, but it's going to look technically competitive because it's just Taunt Druid, but we're trying to get something like Mechathune off of Final Frontier. Just a little hint for the nearby future. Alright, I kind of want to grab Alien Encounters, but Yelling Yodeler actually is tempting too. Let's actually go with Yelling Yodeler. Oh, and we got Encounters anyways, so no biggie. We got exactly what we wanted. Okay, Heights. Nothing is really telling me what they're actually playing right now. Okay, Hollowed Hound. Okay, so we can do this. Hero Power. I kind of want to go for Madness again. It's amazing to me that... Okay, this is just always a cool thing. When a card that was printed over a year ago goes from unplayable, that no one wants to do, and then becomes playable. I really do want to, at some point, go back and do Highlander Hunter, just because I don't think I've ever showcased it on the channel. But there has to be some way to like make use of that deck, and honestly, actually, that probably wouldn't be the hardest thing in the world to do. We also don't want to flood our hand with too many cards, so we're just going to do it safe like this. If they have AoE, they have an AoE. Then we just go face. But yeah, Highlander Hunter, maybe Highlander Hunter is where we try to do something with Champions of Azeroth, but on the Horde side. Do like double the stats of our Highlander support. I don't know. That seems like an interesting idea, but I don't know if that's going to be a good idea. Something for future me to try out. I will say this, if you're a fan of Paladin, you're probably not going to get any at all decks out of me this set. At least until the mini set comes out, because Paladin right now bores me so much. Librams are cool and all, but yeah, I have ideas for like all the other classes besides Paladin. Even Mage, which we haven't done yet, but we probably will do at some point. I still want to do an Infinite Cheese Dragon list, which I guess technically the Druid list I have currently planned is using him, but like he probably won't make the final cut, sadly. Okay, there's Freebird. Alright, let's get some cards out of our hand. Come on, give me another Freebird, please. 2 Hauled Hounds. Okay, well, that ain't Freebird. Wait, did we have game there? Oh, we probably did. Oh, I didn't think about that. If you can spot the game, let me know down below. It's actually a pretty easy one to spot. It just, for some reason, my brain did not see that. Until it was too late. Okay, now it's going to be a pain in the butt. Okay, so it's Dummy Warrior. I guess, fun fact, we just did a version of this list. It was Dummyless Draenei Warrior. Same idea. Oh, out of all the cards we had to burn, why was it in? Oh, I needed him for this win. I don't think there was an easy way. We can buff up all the Hauled Hounds in our hand, which is actually kind of funny. Do we slam down Freebird and then use one of the Hauled Hounds to, like, AoE the board? Always bigger isn't bad. Freezing Trap is probably decent. Bargain? No, Hidden Meaning. Rat Trap I could have also used there too, I guess. We probably should have used the Hauled Hounds, but I kind of want to save the Hauled Hounds for when we can actually maybe finish off our opponent easily with that. Oh, please don't gain a ton of armor. Please don't put yourself out of range. Oh, Well, got 2 Ziliaxes to worry about next turn. Oh, hopefully whatever they just filled their hand with wasn't too valuable. Always bigger number 2. We're at 8 attack. We can pop both Divine Shields. Slam down this other 3-drop and do at least a little bit of damage to their face. Like, not all the damage, but really close. Oof. Okay, we can shove this back into the list. Why do they always have to... Wait, is that the card that they made a bunch of Oh, no. Serious egg. Okay, so they're at 8. 8 a pop. 6. 8 plus 6 is... 16. Please tell me this works how I think it's going to work. Let's go! We sniped them out of the game. Oh, GG. Okay, time for a game against DK. Let's see what they have in store for us. I have a few ideas still that I want to do with DK. We'll see when and if we get to them. I'm trying to be more creative with some of the deck lists that I've been putting out, but like, I want to do another Exarch deck for DK that isn't reliant on a bug, because I think there is a fun, goofy idea that I could easily do with that card, and I can't wait to show y'all it if we ever get to that idea. I don't know if it's interesting enough to make it to the channel. Do I want to slam down Scout? DK is one of the classes that probably has a way to deal with it instantaneously. We can... Interesting. Draenei. Like I was saying though, like, I want to make a list using Explosion and getting like multiple copies of Explosion off of like the Naga that gives you an additional copy of the next spell that you draw and such. I think that could be a cool little goofy idea that we could play around with. I also do kind of want to just cover all the Exarchs that are in like each individual class. And that some of which I have gotten to and some of them I haven't gotten to. I'm trying to think which class oh, Mage. We're missing an Exarch list for, and I think there is one other that I can't remember. Oh, I guess Paladin, but I don't know. I don't think there's anything fun and unique there. With the mage one, at least there's something interesting. I'm just going to snipe the Buccaneer there. Hell, let me look at the standard cards and see what classes have Eckharts and which ones don't. I think... Oh, Druid. Okay, hit that one's just bad. We might eventually get to that one, but... Yeah, I think the next on the to-do list is Hunter. I can't pronounce that one's name. The mage one. But we'll see. That might be a list that I try to make work. I might also just try to do a Champion of Azeroth list in mage, just because I think that would be fun. I don't know. I haven't really decided. Why do they always have to have cold feet when I really want to slam? I also would have preferred that to hit one of their minions and not... Oh, they're actually going face. Would we have had lethal if... We might have actually been pretty close. Well, I mean, I guess technically it does force us to do stuff like this. I kind of want to grab Yelling Yodeler, but Hollowed Hound is also interesting because it does increase the probability of us getting Plush or the other one. Okay, aliens counter. Might as well slam one of them down to protect our minion. We might have not actually wanted to trade there, actually, looking at it now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe that was a bad mistake. Oh, well. Okay, Molted Magma. Okay. I can deal with this. Actually, if we had one more mana, we could do the combo here. And maybe it would have been better to just leave those up, just to leave them up. So we could have done, that would have been, what? 8 times, well, 7 times 3, so 21. It wouldn't have been game, but it would have been close to game. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay, Freebird's kind of funny. There's not a way for us to get to game, is there? Okay, let's trade this in. See, oh, Mysterious Egg! I would have preferred to, you know, gotten Mysterious Egg earlier. Alright, let's do some damage to their face. It's not going to be too much, but it's a decent amount. Could have been a lot better, to be fair, though. Okay. They still haven't used the gain HP from, which is a little bit frightening. Not too bad, but a little bit. Oh. Let's see if we can discover something cool. We cannot. I mean, that isn't bad for later, but yeah, that was not the play. The play was slamming down a Hollow Hound, and then we wouldn't be able to destroy. Well, maybe leaving that alive is fine. Okay, there's Molten Magma. I'm so happy that doesn't hit face anymore. It did kind of ruin some of the ideas that I really wanted to play around with, but I am still really happy that it doesn't hit face anymore. The top deck that I would love is a Yelling Yodeler. Not the top deck, but close enough, I guess. Slam that in. Heal up to full. Definitely get rid of the Primus so I don't have to deal with it later. And hey, we got another little birdie here. Do we just slam this one down? I think we do. We could also like save it for later in case we like draw into Plush so we could reset it, but okay. They can't have too much more of it, right? I think they have one more charge, probably. They're thinking. Okay. Interesting to see, like, hand buff, kind of. Well, I guess we give them a pretty hollow loss here. All right, now through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the deck. So I played 30 games with the deck, ended up with a 60% win, which was actually better than I expected. A little bit worse than the Grunt Hunter list that I put out on Wednesday. However, this is a deck that is fully my own, and I'm actually quite proud of how it turned out. Freebird is such an unexplored card currently in Standard that is going to be rotating pretty soon. I figured why not give it one last chance. Well, probably not the last chance on the channel, to showcase how strong it can actually be. The incidental synergy between Freebird and a discounted King Plush was really, really cool, and something that I didn't catch on to until about 15 games into playing the deck. If you're looking for a deck to try Freebird out, this is a great one for you to do so in. It's incredibly flexible on how it can win the games. Now, like always, if you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye.